Hare Krishna friends, you know that feeling? You're sitting in your room, scrolling reels at 2 a.m. because the thought of opening your email, facing your family, or making that decision feels too heavy. You're not lazy, you're not lost, you're just tired of pretending to be okay. On the outside, cool, confident, all good. But on the inside, anxiety and full blown identity crisis. Should I leave this course? Should I take that job? Should I follow my passion? But what about my parents? Welcome to your first real battlefield. And that's exactly where Bhagavad Gita begins. Meet Aryan. He is 18 years old, just finished high school with good grades in science. His parents have already decided you will become a doctor. We have enrolled you in NEET coaching. But Aryan, he wants to make music, not as a hobby, but as a career. He spends hours learning mixing, producing beats, writing lyrics. But every time he tries to talk about it, he hears, "You're wasting your life. You'll not be able to achieve anything like this. Doctor is safe with a bright future." One evening, he sits at his desk, coaching books open in front of him, music software open on his phone, and suddenly his head drops into his hands. His body freezes. His chest feels tight. He whispers to himself, "I don't know who I am anymore." That exact moment is what chapter 1 of the Gita looks like. That's anxiety and emotional breakdown before transformation. Hey, modern AI Mystic family, have you ever felt a burning question or a heartfelt prayer you wished Krishna could hear? Right now, pause. Take a deep breath. Grab your phone or sit down with a pen and paper and pour your heart into a letter to Krishna. Email it to modernaimystic@gmail.com. You can choose to include your name or stay anonymous. You can also share audio files with us. We will collect every letter and send these vibrations into the universe together in the Letter to Krishna episode every Saturday. We think of Arjun as a fighter, but in chapter 1, he is just a young man stressed out by pressure. He sees people he loves on both sides, his duty and his feelings fighting each other. His mind breaks down, his identity falls apart, and he says the most real line in the Gita, "Govinda, I will not fight." Arjun is not confused about the war. He is confused about who he is in that war. A nephew, a student, a warrior, a human being. Sounds familiar, right? You are not just a student or job seeker. You are someone's child, someone's dream, your own hope. And when all of that crashes, what you feel is not confusion. It's anxiety, identity breakdown, emotional burnout. Chapter 1 of the Gita doesn't give you answers. It gives you space to break, to question, to say I'm not okay, to ask for help. Because even Arjun, the mightiest warrior, began his spiritual journey by breaking down and asking for help. And maybe that's where yours begins too. It's okay to freeze. It's okay to feel like giving up. It's okay to say, "I don't know who I am anymore." It's okay to ask for help. Arjun didn't run away. He didn't fake it. He stopped his chariot in the middle of the battlefield and said, "Tell me what to do." And that moment was the beginning of real help. The breakdown became the breakthrough. So if you're stuck between college and chaos, passion and pressure, self-worth and society, you're not broken. You're just having your Arjun moment. But here is the unexpected twist. What if that moment of complete breakdown isn't your weakness? What if it's actually your greatest strength? Because then you stop pretending. Then you become real. And that's when the deepest wisdom can finally reach you. Maybe that's exactly what your soul needed. Now let's read few of the letters. The first letter is from Krishna Priya, and the letter reads, "Dear Krishna, you collided my way with this person last year. I know you did. And now I'm hanging in between the ends of a thread. I don't know what to do and what not. I have been receiving your signs to move towards him, but the fear of not ending up together throws me away. I feel this person is too good for me and that I would not be able to give him with optimum level of love. I dream of this person whole day, though my feelings towards him are very inconsistent because someday I see him as my life partner and then there are days when I don't feel anything romantic towards him. I'm very confused, Kana. What do I do? It's just that what I feel is that what is the point of coming into a relationship with this person if we don't end up getting married? I don't want to go through another heartbreak, Kana. Please tell me, what do I do? Krishnapriya. Thank you, Krishnapriya, for sharing your heart so honestly. Love is sacred when it uplifts your soul and brings you closer to peace, not restlessness. Ask yourself, does this love help you surrender more deeply to Krishna or pull you away? Let him guide your heart, not just your emotions. Take care. The next letter reads, My name is Kalpana Patni. I am writing from London regarding my daughter. My daughter's name is Pooja Patni. She is 25 years old. She has done psychology degree and finished her university. She worked as psychology practitioner for a year before pandemic. She changed her job and applied for marketing last year. She did this job for a year but couldn't continue as it was affecting her health. She left the job. She has been applying in different fields. She had quite few interviews but got rejected. I can't see her upset. She has a boy in her life. They started meeting each other since last year. We met him. His name is Prashant. He has an older brother, mum and dad. We met his family. They are from good family. Prashant is older than Pooja. He has certain goals in his life. He wants to get married this year and buy their own house. They both are fine together. There's been an issue in their relationship because Pooja is not working. I called Prashant and told him to keep calm, pray and support Pooja. She is trying her best and will continue searching for jobs. I pray for them to Lord Krishna for her every day. I can't see her upset. Seeing her like that makes me unhappy. Lord Krishna, please guide me. What can I do for them? Thank you everyone for all the seva. Hare Krishna. Thank you Kalpana ji for your beautiful and loving prayer as a mother. Krishna sees your devotion and your daughter's struggle. Keep holding her with faith. He will guide her path and give strength to both hearts. Let surrender be your offering and Krishna will take care of it. Hare Krishna and take care. Thank you for sharing this sacred space with me today. Your letter to Krishna is more than just words. It's a frequency that ripples through your life and beyond. Send your letters to modernaimystic@gmail.com. Check the description for the links. On Saturday, Letter to Krishna episode, we will read your letters aloud, your prayers, your hopes, your stories, so they may resonate with every soul watching. We are on a mission to bring India's ancient knowledge to the new generation in a practical way. If you want to join us in this mission, please click that subscribe button and check links in the description. Until then, stay open, stay curious, and keep your heart tuned to the divine frequency of Krishna. Hare Krishna and take care.